Abeokuta started from here. So if you have been anywhere, if you haven't been to OLUMO ROCK, it means you are not in Abeokuta. So today, you are all officially welcome to Abeokuta.
Thank you. Okay, hi, welcome to Marksman Travels and Tourism official YouTube page, and today we're going to be experiencing OLUMO ROCK in the city of Abeokuta. Yes, we're currently at the entrance right now, and yeah, so let's go in and see everything. Make sure you watch the video till the end because you're going to learn so much and have fun with me as well. Okay, don't forget to turn on post notification and follow us on all social media platforms, so whenever we drop an update you get to know. And in case you're wondering, Marksman Travels and Tourism is a travel and tourism agency that's been in existence for a few years, and we can help you arrange tourism packages within Africa. I'm currently in the city of Abeokuta, and here we're at one of the tourist attraction centers, and we can also help you with tourist packages outside Africa as well. So wherever in the world that you are, we've got you covered. And of course, we can help you with a study permit, work permit, permanent residency to several countries across the globe. So yeah, today we're going to be experiencing OLUMO, and yeah, let's get right into it. Our first stop was the art gallery, and they had so many amazing things for display. By the way, all these things are actually for sale. They had so many really nice items, frames, books that has to do with history of Abeokuta. We met some people as well in the art gallery. OLUMO ROCK is a very popping place, I'm not gonna lie. The experience was just so fantastic. All these items are actually for sale. Then we moved on to the next segment of the art gallery. They had some Ankara bags, tote bags, school bags, and a lot of other things to actually sell. They were really good, really beautiful. I loved my experience inside the art gallery. I wasn't expecting what was inside the art gallery though, but yeah, they blew my mind, and it is just amazing. So moving away from there, we decided to climb the rock, and yeah, let's go up together.
All right, good morning. My name is Kayode. So you are welcome to OLUMO ROCK Tourist Complex, and you are welcome to the first landing stage. OLUMO ROCK got together in 3 stages, and from the foot of the rock to where you are standing, you have climbed 120 stairs to get to the first stage. The first level of OLUMO ROCK is called Lishabi Garden. They named this garden after one of our late warrior that is called Lishabi Agbombakala. Lishabi was a warrior, and he was one of those that fought for the freedom and liberation of this town called Egba land today. So to honor his effort in this town, we name this garden after the man. That even reflects in Egba anthem that says, "Mayo loruko Egba o, awa omo Lishabi." That we are our sons and daughters of Lishabi. Lishabi was also the one that led Egba to this place to come and hide there during the war. Why the name of this popular city, Abeokuta, started from here. So if you have been anywhere, if you haven't been to OLUMO ROCK, it means you are not in Abeokuta. So today, you are all officially welcome to Abeokuta.
Thank you.
So in this garden here, we have 2 trees that we normally talk about. 2 trees. The first tree at the center there is called flamboyant tree. But in the Yoruba land, yes, we call that Igipansheke. When you turn to the top of the tree over there, you will see those green lumps there. When that pod is dry, when you tap it or you shake it, it used to give kind of sound, shake shake like tambourine, and that is why Yorubas people call it pansheke because of the sound. Okay. And the botanical name is the Lonis regia. The Lonis regia. At the back here we have Dongoyaro. English call this neem tree NWEM, and this particular tree are highly medicinal. In those days here in Yoruba land, nobody treats malaria in hospitals. When anybody has that, we used to pluck the leaf of this particular tree. You burn it or put as herb. If you drink it, very bitter. But I want to tell you that it cures malaria from the body. So after this garden, we are going to tour the rock crown. We have the main shrine where they do worship this rock once in a year with a big black cow. After the shrine, we are heading to the cave where the name of this popular city, Abeokuta, originated from. We also like you to see some shrines and some worshippers of our deities. Please don't be scared of anybody here. All of them are part of a museum that reveal our cultural and historical heritage. Before you go to the top, you'll be able to see almost everywhere in this town. So come with me and have the lively tour.
Thank you.
So, in our front here, we have the main shrine of OLUMO ROCK. And this is where the people of this town normally refer to as Orisha, OLUMO Chamber. They worship OLUMO ROCK through this place once in a year. And don't forget the fact that the people of this town, they took their refuge here under this rock. And after the war, the rock has become a deity. And that is why they do pay homage to the rock every year. And they use a big black cow for that. 2 people are allowed to enter the shrine. The first person is Alake of Egbalan. He is the paramount of this town. Alake, who is the head of the kings in this town, and the chief priest, which is normally referred to as Abore in a Yoruba land. While other kings in this town, in fighting region of this town, they must be outside here to say Amen or Ashe to Alake's prayer.
Can I ask a question? What happens when other people enter?
We have never had the experience of such, so 2 people are allowed, and that has been, we have been keeping that all this while. So Alake will be here to pray for the unity of this town, Nigeria, and also the climbers of OLUMO ROCK. And I want to tell you that we have never had any casualties here so far. Wow. And that is why we always pray that we have God's mighty name.
Amen.
Also here, to those people that believe in tradition, they come down here to come and pray here, because they refer to this particular rock as Olumo Abelowo, Abelomo, Abeloro. That is a deity can pray to for money, for wealth, and for children. So to those that have believed in tradition, they do come here to come and say their prayers here. Maybe they are looking for money, wealth, or child. And once their prayer have been answered, some of them do come back here to return their pledges back to this place. And that's why you can see all these feathers at the door, bring their chicken, they never, a lot of things here. But for what they are bringing, they have to brought it down live. They slaughter it outside this place, sacrifice only the blood and the feathers alone before they don't allow anybody to go in there, and the place will never be messed up. So lastly, in this town, we have 4 kings in Abeokuta, 4 major kings in this town. Number 1 is Alake. He is the paramount of this town. Number 2 is Oshile of Okiono. Number 3 is Aguro of Bagura. And 4, Olowu of Owu. So that are the 4 major kings that we have in this town. Only the Alake is allowed to go in, while other 3 remains there to say Amen or Ashe to his prayer. So now over there we have Egba wartime hideout, and that is where the Egbas people hid during the war for good 3 years. But before that, we have a water here, because unfortunately the water is not that coming out now. But I want to tell you that we do have a water gush out from this outlet here, and the water is tagged the medicinal water for OLUMO ROCK. When we have rains, part of the water is to drop or store inside that rock. And after some days,
there's some dropping here.
Some are still coming down. So, but I want to tell you that it do rush down when we are in dry season. And the people of this town, they rush down here for the water because it was believed that it cures a lot of ailments in the body, except HIV. Over here, we have a grave here. So that is the final rest in peace of Shisoni. This man died in 1956, and Shisoni was Osi of Itoku. Osi means left. And that's one of our traditional titles in the Yoruba land. That's the person that always sits at the side of the king palace. That we call Osi. And he always took top position to the king in palace. So Osi, we have his house at our back here. And Itoko is the community that you are standing here presently. So this particular rock are into 2 communities, Itoko and Ikeja.
The rock?
Yes, into 2 communities.
Okay.
Where we are coming from are Ikeja. All these places are Itoko. And this man happened to be a chief at our back here, Itoko community. But before this time out in Abeokuta here, if the chief died, they buried chief at the back of their houses. So that was the tradition. So when he died, he was buried at the back of these houses. So their family are still staying here up to date. So that's their family house. So here we have a wartime hideout, and this is where the name of this popular city, Abeokuta, originated from. There was a time when the people of this town, they were under old Oyo Empire. The people of this town, you are not from here, they migrated from Oyo to this place in 1830 when they were looking for independence. So a man discovered this rock. The man is called Adagba. That Adagba was a great hunter, farmer. He normally come here to come and hunt and farm. So he was the one that discovered the rock. So when he heard that who are under Oyo, he was the one that invited them to come and hide there. And they hid there for 3 years. That was between 1830 to 1833. When they got to this place, they built 5 rooms there with mud. When you go in there, you will see the remaining rooms. Some of the rooms have collapsed. On the surface of the rock here, we have 6 holes here. That's where they built their grandees and found their men during the war. So they kept their children and their wives here while the warrior would go to the top of the rock. So at the peak, they actually see everywhere in the communities. When the enemies are coming, they go down to lay ambush and return back to this place to hid themselves. So after the war, the people of this town, they consulted Ifa Oracle whether they should return back to where they came from or they should settle down in this environment. So it was Ifa that told that they should settle down, that this is where God Almighty have put an end to their wandering and solving. And where God have put an end to their wandering and solving, Yoruba means maybe Oluwa fi wàhálà àti ìdààmú ayé wa mọ́ sí Olu fi mọ́. That's what they shortened to Olumo today to make more meaning. Which Oluwa fi mọ́ ogun àti wàhálà wa mọ́. Another meaning to Olumo, Olu in Yoruba means God Almighty. Why made mode or model Oluwa Lumo? The Egbas them believe God that benefited the model for their refuge. So when the Egbas are here, the enemy could not see them. When outside this place, they saw the enemy. So when they saw them, they go down to lay ambush. So when they won the war, who are you, the Egbas? Where were you? Where did you stay during the war? He said that we hid ourselves under the rock. Asasi Abeokuta. So Abeokuta. That's why our name got changed from Egba to Abeokuta. So if you have been anywhere this time, you haven't been to this rock once again, you are not in Abeokuta. So today, you're officially welcome to Abeokuta. So let's go in there to have the feel of the cave. So these are the holes they use for grinding. This is where they do their grindings during the war. I told you they stay here for 3 years and it's a result of continuous grinding. That's how all these holes get deeper to what we have today. Wow. And I told you they have 5 rooms here during the war. So they built 5 rooms here with mud, and there's only 1 room that left. You can see the falling one over there. So if you look up, you can see that you are under the rock, and that's Abeokuta for you. So that's their room. That's the falling one over there. Okay,
there's even a mat in the room.
Yeah. So let's go out, climb.
How people you want to try? What's in bed? I be one guy.
So we one of the nigga. No going now on the choice.
Because honestly, for you, for 3 years. Oboya be my name for long so. But during the days when my dad the other ones.
Actually, that will
Okay, I want to go to film mommy.
I'm all lele.
Oh, okay. And he's still standing.
Somebody touch you. Come on, touch you. So at this part of the rock, we have our priestess's chamber. We call this place Hile Yaorisha. And all these, what you are seeing here, they are part of the museums that showcase our historical heritage here. So all these mama that used to stay here, they are all the worshippers of our deities. And we have a lot of shrines over here. Now up front here, we have Obaluaye here. Obaluaye is just a deity that controls smallpox or chickenpox or measles, So if that disease are striking the community, they come back to them here, they will tell them what to do, and the problem will disappear. And up there we have Igiakoko. Look at that thing very well. It's a crown tree. Whenever they want to install the kings in Yoruba land, they normally plug away Akoko to install the king.
Oh,
but
yes.
So okay. This particular one is specially made here. They use this one to crown holy their lackey of Egba land. And this tree, as little as it is, it has been there over 250 years ago. And it doesn't grow like what we have here, and always green like this. So over there they have Orishaigun. Orishaigun, that's dated for longer and longevity. As every March of the year, they do have the festivals here, why people are coming from different parts of the world to come and worship all these things for them. So we have the name Olumo now. Just 2-3 months back now, we lost the Olumo to death at the age of 137 years, and that's the woman at the extreme there. She died just recently, just 4 months back. May her soul rest in peace. So this is the new one now, the 96 year, but unfortunately she's not around now. So maybe before we come back, so we have a tree here. So the tree is called Baobab tree. Baobab. In a Yoruba land, we call it Igioshe. In this country, they call it Kuka. And the botanical name is Adansonia digitata. In a Yoruba land, we refer to this particular tree. What do Ikapa, Apa Okapa, Ado Ikoshe, Apa Okaoshe. What do Ikakonga, Oshebi, Omodi Okajoshi, Abagunka. So it just simply means that there's no how big or bigger you are, your hand can never go around the tree. That's all the simple meaning. So it's a very big tree here, and people always come down to the tree to come and pray for protections from the hands of enemy, so that no matter how strong your enemy is, may their hand never turn over you. So that's the symbol of the tree here. So alright, so at this part of the rock we have 2 ways that can take us to the top. 2 ways. In our front here we have an ancient route that leads to the top of Olumo Rock. Before this time in Olumo Rock here, we don't have another way to do the climbing except this is a natural way. People are still taking it now. I want to tell you, very interesting place to go to. Very interesting. But that's where we are going to have the real fun of climbing the rock. So on our way back we can take the modern stairs to come down. So I want to tell you, whichever way you choose to take, you will definitely get to the top of the rock. But I will advise that we took this place. Very interesting.
Yeah,
so before we continue on our tour, look at that floor there. We have all those memorial symbols of those that fought for the Yorubas during the war. Nobody was buried here. They just put their faces here to show their effort here. They are part of the warriors that fought for the Yorubas during the war. We have the big one there representing the leader of the war, Abeokuta. He was the leader of the war during his lifetime. And over there we have only female with them. That represented the only female with them during the war. And she was also the first Yalobi of Egba land. That is Madame Efuro Itinobu. While the cowries here representing our morning that we spent in those days. We call that Oyo. So that's our morning, and also now what they used to do for competition in the far horizon. So are we ready to go up?
Yes.
Okay, so come with me.
Yeah.
Let's go.
We passed the ancient route, and it was so nice imagining myself as one of those of old, passing where they passed. It was really cool. And at this point, I just knew that my sandals had to go because my sandals are not sturdy. I should have worn a sneaker. The rock was feeling very steep, so I just knew it had to go. So yeah, for those of you who are interested in experiencing the OLUMO ROCK as well, make sure that you have a really sturdy footwear for you to wear so you won't have to go barefooted like me. But honestly, going barefooted wasn't really bad because I loved the feel of the rock on my feet.
And from here you can see almost everywhere in this town.
Absolutely.
The height of this rock is 137 meters. So that is just 491 feet. So from here you can see some places that we have here in Abeokuta, like the fourth church in Nigeria. So the fourth church in this country was built here in Abeokuta in 1844. Let's turn. Look at that rock over there.
Yeah.
After the rock, look straight behind it, we see a structure painted something white. That's the tower. A standing tower in front. Can you see it? That white building. That's the tower.
Yeah.
So that's the church, St. Peter's Anglican Cathedral. The church was built in 1844 by Henry Townsend. So to this side of the road, we have the first central mosque in Abeokuta. Look at that brown building there. Look like church, taped with white. So that's the first mosque in this town called BT Central Mosque. And the mosque was built in 1925. At the back of the mosque, when you straight further, we have the tallest mast. That tallest mast standing. That was the first TV station in Abeokuta, NTA. That's Nigeria Television Authority. And that was commissioned in 1979. Under the mast there, we have two separate buildings. Two buildings under that mast. That is Old Baptist Boys High School. That's the school our former Olusegun Obasanjo attended. Late MKO Abiola, Fela Nicola, Aneshone Bolaji, and their lives. That is school they all went to. In our front here, we have an Iroko tree also. This is an Iroko tree. And this tree has been there over 250 years also. But this grows in between the rocks. You know, yes. To this side of the rock, we have a river there. Can you see that?
Yeah.
That's where our state derived its name from, Odogun, Ogun State. And that river cuts across four states in Southwest State here. To Lagos State, Oyo, Osun, and Ondo State. Through Republic of Benin, that same river bursts to Atlantic Ocean. So maybe you want to travel out of the country, please don't go to the airport. Just come back to Abeokuta and let's party with Kenya.
Yeah,
so before 2 years, maybe you land in America or Canada.
Anywhere you are going to drown.
So lastly, we have different meanings to that word of Ogun, different interpretation to the word of Ogun, O-G-N. So we have Ogun, that's God of iron.
Okay.
We have Ogun, that is war. We have Ogun, medicine. Yeah. Ogun, inheritance or property.
Okay, yeah.
Another Ogun, that's figure 20 in Yoruba land, 2 and 0. Yeah. We have Ogun, that is long.
Okay.
We have Ogun, sweat or perspiration. Then we have Ogun, that is climb, as we are climbing the rock today. So Egba anthem says, Lórí òkè àti pẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀, ibẹ̀ la gbé bí wá sí o, ibẹ̀ la gbé tọ́ mi dàgbà o, ilẹ̀ òmìnira máyọ̀ o, máyọ̀, máyọ̀, máyọ̀ o, lórí Olúmọ máyọ̀ o, máyọ̀, máyọ̀, máyọ̀ o, lórí Olúmọ. Abeokuta ìlú Ẹ̀gbá, mi ò ní gbàgbé rẹ. N ó gbé ọ lékè ọkàn mi ní ìlú odò Ọya. Èmi ó máa yọ̀ lórí Olúmọ, èmi yóò ṣògo yìí lọ́kàn mi. Wípé ìlú olókìkí o làwa Ẹ̀gbá ń gbé. Máyọ̀ o, máyọ̀, máyọ̀, máyọ̀ o, lórí Olúmọ. Máyọ̀ o, máyọ̀, máyọ̀, máyọ̀ o, lórí Olúmọ. So we have to be rejoicing while you're on top of Olumo Rock. So thanks for coming. We appreciate you. Now,
yeah, an amazing experience.
Now,
okay guys, so we're currently at the top of the rock and I am so excited. Like, the experience was really nice, I'm not going to lie. Climbing up, I was scared for a bit, but yeah, I had to even remove my sandal because I don't know, I felt like it was a bit slippery, but it was really a nice experience. You know, the fact that I learned so much, you know, about the history of Abeokuta is just really, it's an amazing experience, I'm not just gonna lie. So yeah, just like you know, the tour guide said, towards there is the Ogun River. So in case you're interested in migrating, let's go by a boat. And if you don't want to risk your life, all you have to do is very simple. Contact Marksman Travels and Tourism on any of our social media platforms, and we are going to help you with any of your migration plans to wherever you want to travel to in the world. And of course, in case you want to experience OLUMO Rock just like I did and some other historic places in Abeokuta, contact us. We're going to help you with, if you're coming outside of Abeokuta, by the way, we can help you with your, hotel reservations, your flight ticket bookings. If you're coming outside of the country, we're just going to help you and just make sure that your time in Ogun State or in Abeokuta, the city under the rock, we're going to make sure that your experience is absolutely beautiful and amazing. Trust me, if you're an arts person like me, you definitely need to be here. It's a beautiful experience, it's a beautiful one, and the city is absolutely beautiful. Abeokuta is called, Ibadan is actually called the brown roof city, but I think Abeokuta too should actually be called the brown roof city, because you can literally see a lot of brown roof and it's so beautiful. It looks so artistic, oh my god, I'm having goosebumps all over my body. And currently where I am at, and I can literally see almost everywhere. I can see that's the Adire market. I can see where else do I know? I think that's the only place I know. I think that's all. I think that's Ansarudin, Adedotu, yeah. The mosque, okay, the first Kobiti mosque, right? Yeah. The mast, that NTA, and where else? Is that not Opik? Oh. Wow, I think that's Ojatowanibi before Pansheke, before that bridge. Omida. Yeah, that one is there. I have a Mutule Damo. Oh, it's a beautiful one though. I will.
Don't try to fly.
Oh, Lord. So this is the modern route for those that don't want to pass through the mountains and the climbing like our forefathers. I'm a Yoruba person, by the way. The climbing that our forefathers did. I'm so glad I wasn't alive back then. Thank God. Internet, like transportation, everything. Oh my God. Anyways, they were the founders of the Yoruba or the Abeokuta, whatever that we have currently right now. And for those of you that are scared of that route, you can actually pass here. It's a stairway, and we're currently going down. Yeah, so